What's up, YouTube? So here we have an awesome back view of the Concord Grapevine, which just so happens to be ripening. And I just noticed it today, honestly, because I've been working 7 days a week and I haven't been able to come check out the garden. But now that I'm looking at the vine and see that they are ripening, I do notice that birds have been grabbing at the grapes. Just like some of these shriveled ones here. They get damaged if they don't get pulled from the vine and basically shrivel up into a hard grape skin. So I'm gonna have to cover this vine up. I guess I wanna use insect netting. I'm gonna have to use a lot of it. I don't have any bird netting on hand. You can see right here some claw marks, like this one. This is probably gonna become a raisin because it didn't get stripped from the vine. Let's give it a taste. Nice balance of sweet and tart flavor there. Very juicy. And of course, it comes with the seed. So these are the seeded Concord grape. And this vine is just absolutely loaded. I didn't prune it this year, so it's making up for last year. Just look at all those grapes in there. I mean, at least 60 pounds of grapes on here, hanging high in the sky and low to the ground. So the purple ones are basically ripe right now. I may pick them just to keep the birds off of them for a little bit, and so I can actually enjoy something, right? The grape stretches about 20 feet to 25 feet in length. You can see many grapes, and this is the back side of the vine. Absolutely phenomenal how many grapes are produced on this guy. And some of these clusters are just blowing my mind, honestly. I didn't see clusters this big last year. The grapes do seem a little bit smaller, but I guess that's due to not pruning the vine and it being able to focus more energy into the grapes that are left on it. So they typically would be up around this size or a little bit larger. Seeing this size though, so you can see a little bit size difference there. So I guess I will get a bowl picked and we'll come back in a little bit, but let's go get the front view. Oh wow, they got a bunch of ripe ones under here. So these will be the ideal color for the grapes when they're not in the bird's view. So you want them with this type of purple color to it. I can definitely see something's been picking them though, because there's a lot of grapes missing from the cluster, but what can a guy do, right? So let's go get that front view. So we have yellow jackets crawling on all around, so I'm gonna have to be careful. I won't step into the vines because I don't know where they're at right now. And just looking straight ahead, I think what I'm looking at right here is a asparagus leaf, right? So I'm gonna have to go check. I remember planting some white asparagus there. I didn't know if it survived or not, but this was like 2 years ago. It would be awesome if there actually is some white asparagus down there. But this is the front view of the grapevine. You can see we have many more. This little guy here. You can see we have many more clusters up here. Ripening grapes, of course. I mean, these clusters are huge. For the most part, undamaged. Only issue is the birds. Look at all these grapes. Wow. I think this may well be over 60 pounds of grapes this year. You can see developing grapes. You can see some that are just starting to set fruit there. And there. I mean, this is just one arm of the vine. This isn't the whole vine, you know. It's still many pounds over there. So I'm gonna try to get a step into here, and hopefully we don't get swarmed by anything. All right. Oh, well, we have wasps right there. Yellow jackets. They're searching for insects. They gotta feed their families too, so I won't dive too deep into here today. Many grapes. There's thousands of grapes on this vine here, guys. I'm gonna get some picked, and I'll be back in a little bit. Everywhere you look on this vine, there's basically grapes. I mean, not much more to be said about that, right? So, see y'all in a little bit. Oops. So far, so good. Alright, so here's another angle of the grapevine. I was able to get a little closer, and we can honestly see a little bit better the sheer amount of grapes that are on this plant. I mean, everywhere I pull back leaves, there's hundreds of grapes just hanging about. Wow. And we dig into this little forest here. We have a bunch of ripe ones that I need to pick. If I could pick them without dropping them. We have some casualties of war, but that's to be expected. You can pick them once they turn a light purple color, as long as they lose that green coloring. They're basically ripe. I just cannot believe it. Every year, I mean, when I just come and look at this vine, I'm like, wow, you just don't stop producing, do you? Dig in here, we just see more grapes, and I'm gonna get back to picking. All right, y'all, don't laugh at me, but I harvested all those grapes, and then I try to take a pic. I try to do a video by sitting this right here in these strong winds, and I let it go, and then it flipped over and all the grapes fell, and I'm definitely not gonna be able to pick up all those grapes. But I did see another cluster with some completely ripened Concords. I honestly never saw them this dark before. So I took that light purple color as ripe, but I still haven't tried it when it's this color, nor have I measured it on my bricks meter when it's this color. So I'm gonna actually try one now. So the tartness is gone. Has a good amount of sweetness there. Just a hint of tartness, I would say. I'm going to see if I can find some more fully ripe clusters like that, because this was hanging low to where birds couldn't see it. It was down here. And I only found it, honestly, because I dropped all my grapes. That was a lot of grapes. I kept picking, and oh, I think I found one. Oh, there they are. I found them. Yes, I got lucky, y'all. I got lucky, so I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna try to pick up as many as I can. Whew, all right, I got a little lucky there. So if we look in the middle here, we can see the darker Concord grapes versus the ones on the outside. Now these outer ones tend to have a nice balance of sweet and tartness. I've never seen them this dark before. That's only because I'm always having to beat the birds to it. So if I get some insect netting or bird netting on these grapes, I can get them to a higher stage of ripeness. These were just hitting very low to the ground where nothing can see them. I only found them because I was pulling the vines up. So that's my harvest here. I got most of them that fell off out of the colander here. So I'm gonna call it quits on for today and go get these washed off. I may do a bricks test on the darker one, just because we don't have any information available from me on them. But it would be nice to see what their bricks levels measure in comparison to the tart ones. So that's that. If I do another video, I may just attach it to this one so we can get the bricks measurement there. But that's the harvest, y'all. Whew. See y'all in the next one. Oof, came out of there.